Hey guys, it's the New York Millennial, and we're back.
Yes, and we're going to be bundling together Wisconsin and Wyoming today, since it's going to be one tomorrow and then the next on Saturday. And we'll get back to you guys with the results probably around Sunday or Monday, so probably the 10th or 11th. So we're going to start by looking at Wisconsin, since we actually have actual data from here because there's been
Yeah.
polls. And looking at the polls, Sanders is winning, but not by too much. But at the same time, it is an open primary, and there's a lot of reasons why we could think that he'll bring that margin higher, somewhere
Yeah.
between like anywhere between like what it's looking like around 10 and in between 10 and 20% or something like that.
Yeah. And our reasoning is because first of all, it's a higher white population, which granted, like he can win now in more majority. I mean, in a more diverse population we saw with Hawaii, but still,
Yes, yes,
that doesn't. It certainly helps him. Also, it's an open primary, right? Open primary.
yeah, it is.
So independents and Republicans can vote if it in Democratic Party for
Mm.
Bernie if they want. And also, there's the Wisconsin governor, Scott Walker, and
Yeah,
all like the Democrats hate him, especially the ones in part of like labor unions. So like Bernie supporters would be like the most like against him, and he's like they would. I'm sure they would love him. I think that would just get them excited. And also, I think he was behind her in like by 4 points like 2 weeks ago, and then a week ago he was up by 4 points. So I think he's just getting people excited, and I think it's just going to keep rising into tomorrow. So I think he can win by like a good 15 points. So I'm predicting best case scenario, he wins like 58, 59% of the vote around there, and she wins like 40 or 41.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely fine with saying that, but I would like to mention though, like we do always say about how like the white voters help him out a lot, and I feel like it's just like it's almost like we can't infer that as much anymore. Like I think near the beginning when it was more
Yeah,
southern states and stuff like that, that was really a big deal, but now it seems like it's not 100% holding
I think it
true
has to do
still.
with African Americans and other minorities in the South because
Yeah, no,
the South's
exactly.
naturally more conservative
Mhm.
conservative in general.
Yeah, I
So
agree
I
with
think
that.
that's kind of why. And so obviously the more liberal states, which are in the North, would probably like him more.
Yeah,
Which I
true.
think I think it's kind of like that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It completely makes sense. So, okay, now going on to Wyoming. We don't have exactly a lot of data from
We don't
it,
have
but
we don't have any data
yeah,
actually.
yeah. So that's true. But we're thinking that he's gonna do well here. Actually, pretty well, right? Like 80-20, you were actually
Yeah,
saying.
that's my estimate 80-20.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at the surrounding states, like, right,
They've
like,
all gone to Bernie.
yeah,
Yeah.
it seems as though like he's definitely set up for good things to happen there. I mean, like, we're still going off of no real data, but like, I think we'll be okay, and
I
he'll
mean,
definitely do well.
it's a caucus, which he does well in. And again, it's rural and it's kind of like again rural whites I think also kind of favor him in that
Yeah.
area. And so and like look, what is it like? I think Idaho won, right? I think he won. Yeah, he won Idaho by like a lot too,
Mhm.
like almost the same margin. So a similar margin, and they're both similar states in that regard. So I think it's pretty easy to just say he's going to win by 80-20. So yeah,
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that. But I mean, looking at this here too, though, we got 86 delegates up for grabs in Wisconsin and 14 in Wyoming. So I mean,
Wyoming
Wisconsin,
doesn't really matter.
yeah, it doesn't matter close to as much as like Wisconsin or New York
Oh,
coming up. So I mean, like it's not that huge of a deal. But if he wins by a lot, it's still gonna keep like just any delegates mean a lot for him now since he needs to catch up.
oh yeah.
So so our predictions are going to be Wisconsin. We think he's going to win probably between 10 and 20, somewhere around there. Wyoming, 80-20, he wins.
Yep.
That's pretty
80-20.
pretty crazy guess, but I mean, I feel like that could definitely happen.
Worst case scenario, 75-25.
Worst case, okay,
Yeah, that's my prediction. I'm going with it. I'm going with it.
okay, I would take that. So is that pretty much it?
I think that's it. Yeah. All right.
Okay,
We'll see you guys next time.
yeah, see you guys.